about that.
Alrighty.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Mid-America Dirt. I'm Skip, and I am super excited to be joined by Hunter Branscum from Batesville, Arkansas. How you doing today, sir?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
Doing good. Doing good. So, Hunter, we've been kind of talking and tossing this around since I think even before the Topless, maybe last year.
Yeah,
But I got to interview you and meet you in person down there at the Topless, and finally get you on here, man. How's it going?
it's going pretty good. We've been trying to work on 2 cars, trying to get them both ready for this year, but it's definitely been a grind trying to get them ready.
I got you. So for folks who don't know, what exactly do you race? You race super late models and mods or what?
Yep, I raced the super late models, and then this year will be my first year in the IMCA modified.
Okay, all right. So how did you get started, Hunter? You come from a racing family, or how did that work?
Yeah, my dad, he raced hobby stocks and front wheel drives back when he used to race, and then when I was about 11 or 12 years old, I got started out in a go-kart, and it went about a year and a half in a go-kart straight into a late model, so it's been a lot on me for the first year going
Nice.
straight to a late model, a lot to learn and stuff, but it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, I've talked to other drivers. He said that they started out in go karts, and then somebody just wanted to move them straight to late model, so they just start learning how to drive that instead of learning how to drive something else.
Yeah. It's it's definitely a big learning experience trying to go straight from a go-kart into a late model. It's a big horsepower difference, definitely.
I bet. So, Batesville Motor Speedway, I'm assuming is home track for you.
Yes, sir, it is. It's definitely a tricky track.
So, what do you mean by tricky? Tell folks what you mean.
It's it's kind of been weird the past few times I've raced out there, which I've gone out there probably about every weekend for my whole life, forever. I mean, and it seems like every time I go out there, it's just a little different track surface. Like the first 2 times, I think it was like real dry slick all through the night, and then the Topless, it was just so hooked up, you had to stay wide open the whole night to even do anything. It's definitely very tricky.
And does it do that a lot? I mean, since you've been running on it, does it change a lot?
Yeah, I mean, used to, it would be like dry slick kinda every weekend kinda, and then just these past few years, they've been watering it just a little bit more, I think, and it's been getting hooked up for, a few more races this year, but I think this year, since I have the new track owner and stuff, and I think this is gonna be a big year for Batesville.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you on that one. I agree with you on that for sure. Yeah, I remember the Topless. Last year we went down to the pits, kind of down there where you go out of the pits on the track, kind of right down in there. And we were sitting there, and we
Yeah.
had to move because we were getting absolutely pelted with mud down there. I mean, it was crazy. So, but now that being said, by the end of the
Yeah.
night, I mean, I was under the flag stand, and it was pretty. I don't know, it was a little dusty, but it wasn't too bad. Wasn't too bad. I noticed there's a lot of time
Yeah, it
you had
was,
tire problems keeping your tires going on that track, or keeping your tires from going down on you.
yeah, some nights it's really aggressive on tires some nights, and then other nights you won't hardly wear a set out. It's very different.
I got you. I got you. So, Hunter, what kind of chassis are you running? What kind of chassis and power are you running in your super late ball? Super late ball.
I run a laser chassis, and they're based up in Pennsylvania, I think, or up north. I know that, and I run a. It's kind of weird. My motor is a old Wayne Brooks motor, I think, that he used to run in a stock car, and they got it
Nice.
and made it into a late model motor, and they put it in this car, and it's definitely a healthy motor. It's been a good one.
Yeah, Wayne Brooks, another podcast guest. That's cool.
Oh yeah,
That guy's a legend, man.
he is. He is
That's
definitely
cool. You need
around
to
here.
once you get done with that motor, you need to put that thing up, man, and keep it for like a museum piece.
Yeah, I really hope it lasts us hopefully through the rest of this season, and then maybe in about a year or two, we'll try to get a big, pretty stout motor and try to go run some Lucas Oil races. I really want to go run speed weeks down there in about 2 years down in Florida and just kind of see what I can do.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you on that. That sounds like that'd be fun, man, for real. So are you a family team? Your like a family-owned team?
Yeah, we are. My dad, he got me this late model about 2 years ago, and it's been me and him ever since working on these cars. He's got me everything I've got so far, so.
Yeah, how hard is it, man? That I know that's got to be hard, just a family team. I've talked to a lot of people on this show, that it's just them doing it, and it's pretty tough, man. But you got some good sponsors too, right?
I don't get that. Yeah, we got some good sponsors on here, but it is very hard trying to just run this by ourselves, you know? You have all these Lucas Oil guys, they have all these big teams, you know, they got a lot of money so they can put into this. We just trying to make it the best we can, trying to race with this, and, we have some good sponsors, Bad Boy, River City Dirt Works, TLI, Woodco, NX4. We got a lot of Centerpoint, we got a lot of good ones on here, so that definitely helps us a
Yes, sir.
lot.
Well, that's what kind of caught my attention. I'm a huge, which I'm from down there, kind of around where you're from, and I remember when
Yeah.
Bad Boy started up, so I'm a big fan of Bad Boy motors, man. I use mine all the time. I love it, man.
Yeah,
It's
they're
an
definitely one
Arkansas
of the
company, man.
bigger
I love it.
sponsors on my car.
Yeah, yeah, I do. I like Bad Boy, man. That's a Arkansas started company. I do. I like it. So that's pretty cool to see that on there. And that's kind of what caught my attention with you. That you got a good looking freaking car too. I like the look of that car.
Thank you, I really appreciate that. We try our best to have
Now,
a really good looking wrap for every year.
who does your wraps?
Centerpoint Graphics, they're in Batesville, Arkansas,
Okay.
kinda towards the going towards the racetrack, kinda.
I got you. Okay. Now your mod, is it going to look the same?
It will. We kinda went off, Davenport's wrap this year. We kinda went with that fluorescent red color on it, but it will look
Yeah.
pretty much just like the late model.
Yeah, I like that flow red, man. That stuff looks good.
But yeah, I really like it. It stands out a lot, definitely.
Yeah. So, are you born and raised in Batesville?
I am. I've been here my whole life. I've never lived anywhere outside of Batesville.
I got you. So, for people that don't know, Batesville, it's racing country, isn't it? I mean, you
Yeah.
are in a town full of dirt track racing legends.
We sure are. We got the Moyers, Brandon Smith, Wendell Wallace, Wayne Brooks. You know, they're all from around here. It's definitely a racing town that's known all across the U.S.
Yeah, yeah. And I know Brandon Smith. I've heard that name a lot, and I saw him up at the Dome. I haven't got a chance to talk to him yet, but hopefully I do here. Before too awful long. But is he going to be doing something with you this year?
He will. We're gonna have him actually run the Bad Boy 98 for us in my late model. He was a 2011 Comp Cam Super Dirt Series champion, so I mean he's definitely dabbled in the late model stuff, and he was really good back in the day when he ran. So I think he'll do good in it.
That's awesome. Looking forward to seeing that. I am. Well, that means I'm gonna have to talk to him. You're gonna be kind of gonna switch over to being a car owner on that one, aren't you?
Yeah, I will. Yeah.
Yeah. How hard will it be for you to sit back and watch that? Somebody else driving your car in that Bad Boy 98. Is it going to be tough on you?
It will. It will. We actually had him run my car 2 years ago for the Bad Boy 98, and one really tough part about it was I think it was he did good the first night, the Friday night. He was one spot out of the transfer spot, I think. Then Saturday night rolled around, and he got, I think it was a heat race, and he went to pass a car for the transfer spot and got on the wall, rode it all the way down the back straightaway, and ended up where you come onto the track at and landed right there.
Oh man. Oof. Oh golly.
It definitely wasn't a
so
pretty
you're gonna
sight to
you'll
see.
be no, I bet not. So you're gonna be helping probably crewing on that deal, right?
Yeah, I will. I'll try to help as much as I can on stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. So Hunter, let me ask you this question, and you don't have to answer it if you don't want to, but do you have somebody out there you look up to in the have you got a favorite driver?
I do.
National wise?
I do. I really like to look up to Ricky Thornton Jr. I mean, I kind of started liking him like before he ever had that really good season where he started winning everything and stuff. I went up there to his I remember I went up there to his trailer one night, and I met him and talked to him, and he's probably one of the nicest Lucas Oil drivers I've ever talked to. And then, you got Travis Ashley. He's a super good guy and helps me a lot with my cars and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are probably two guys I really look up to in the late model world.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right about Ricky Thornton Jr., man. I met him up at Eldora, and we were walking away from that last night, and I followed him up the steps. We were going out the same way, and he got a picture with me and stuff. Super nice dude. And then I interviewed him over at Chili Bowl also. So yeah, he is pretty cool. And Travis, I met Travis down at Crowley's Ridge last year. He's a super good guy too.
But yeah,
so that's two good ones. That's two
he
good
is.
ones there, man, for real.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, man, I know you talked about what you want to do in the future. You want to make this, do you want to make this a career?
I really would try to like to make this a career as much as I can. My dream has always been to go run Lucas Oil, World of Outlaws, be one of the top dogs in those. So I've got a few years to do it, and I'm going to try my hardest to try to get up there to the Lucas Oil level. But I do have a long ways to go, that's for sure.
How hard is it to get that car to do what you want it to do out there?
It definitely is very hard because me just starting out, and my dad never really racing late models and stuff before. It's kind of hard to get all the setup stuff right because, if we had all the experience and stuff, we'd be able to just look at the track and say, oh, well, we need to put this on there and do this. Well, it's kind of a learning experience for us these first few years because we really have no idea what we're doing out there. We're just trying to adjust stuff and see if it makes the car faster. But it's definitely pretty hard.
Yeah. Now, the go-kart stuff, did it help you with car control? Because I've heard that. I've heard, guys that start out in go-karts and stuff, it helps with car control. Did that help you at all?
It did. It did quite a bit. It kind of helped me with like the basics of dirt racing. I started out in a junior class. It's kind of the same thing from going to the go-kart to the late model. I started out in a junior class, won my first race out in that, and then raced with them, and then I went straight up to the biggest class I have there in the pro mods, and was running good in the feature in that. And then I was going to slide job a guy named Roger Witt. He races modified stock cars at Batesville. I was going to slide job him for the lead, and I go into the turn, and I missed my line a little bit and jumped the cushion and went right up under the fence. So definitely didn't feel too good.
Huh. I bet not, man. So, anyways, though, so what do you think about late model racing over here? How would you like to see? I'm pretty excited about comp cams this year because their payout's so big. How cool would it be to see that keep going and get to where, there's races over here in our part of the country that you can make good money and not have to take off unless you just want to. I'm pretty excited about that. How about you?
Yeah, I'm definitely really excited about the comp cam stuff. And there's a few more series starting up around here, and that's what I really like about it.
Yeah.
And so I think late model racing is going to get a little bit closer to Arkansas. It's kind of been moving up north for the past few years with the Lucas Oil and the World of Outlaws stuff, but I think it's slowly starting to move back down here. But the only thing about those other series is it's so hard to run them because you got to run different tires, different rules, and you got to completely change the whole car just to run one series.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I've talked a lot about that, and I don't know. I went live. I think maybe you saw it Saturday night. And all those tires those guys are releasing down at that race at, where was it, Ocala? It's just tire after tire.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you have any thoughts about that? Do you have any, any opinions on that kind of stuff happening?
I really wish they would just let us have, just run whatever tires we want, whatever we think is good, because really having to run one tire for each series is kind of just, they're kind of forcing you to run that tire. It don't matter if it's really a good tire or not. Not saying anything bad about Hoosier. They're a good tire, but it's just they're kind of forcing you to run something that you might not want to run.
Yeah. Yeah, the money that they spend, those series need that money. Everybody needs that money. I just wish that, I don't know. I kind of wish they wouldn't do the exclusive stuff. I don't know.
Me too. I wish it'd just be all just kind of one tire deal.
Yeah, it seems like it would drive more innovation, right? In my opinion, if you could have some competition in there, maybe make them do better. You know what I mean? If they can. I don't know if they can or not for sure. But
yeah.
Yeah. But so I don't know. I just wanted to see what you thought about it. But yeah, I know they put a lot of money into it. A lot of series get money for that exclusive stuff, but I don't know. I think there needs to be competition in there.
But yeah, I think it would definitely push one tire brand or the other to do a lot better, try to make better tires than the other one, you know?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I realize, right? If you're gonna, you got to make money, right? I mean, so if they make a better tire, they're
Yeah.
probably gonna charge more for it. They're gonna charge more for it. They're gonna make up their money somehow. But still, yet it would be better for drivers and the fans if you're not losing a race, or a race is as much, right? As much a race is decided on, if a tire goes down or not.
Oh, yeah. That most definitely.
Yeah. I mean, there's going to be things that happen, right? You're going to run over stuff. You're going to hit somebody and mess the tire up. But just going down, I mean, because of a rough track, I don't know.
Yeah, that's
I don't know what to think about
there's
that.
something I heard about those Hoosiers is that they made those like the side I think it was the sidewalls of them a lot softer. And I noticed right after they done that, they started having a lot more blowouts on those tires.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I know a lot of guys say they like the racers, because they seem to hold up a little bit better. But I mean, I don't know. I don't race, so I don't know for sure on that one. But I just like to see some more competition maybe in those series, not lock it down exclusive.
But yeah, most definitely.
So Hunter, let me ask you this question. This is what I was thinking about just a minute ago that I forgot. What for you so far has been your top moment? Is there a top moment for you so far?
I think probably my top moment probably was making it to that end of that comp cams race at Batesville. That I think it was the Ed Reinhardt Memorial, and then going 4 wide with those guys. I mean, there's honestly nothing else like it in the world. Going 4 wide with the late models, having the fireworks in the background and stuff. I mean, it's definitely a very awesome experience. It's once in a lifetime deal.
Heck yeah. 100%, man. All right, now may I ask you this question. What race would you like to win more than any other race, lay balls? What's your top race? If you could win that race,
Gosh,
what would it be?
probably, honestly, since I'm from Batesville, and I mean, this is my home track and stuff, and this is probably one of the more trickier tracks in the country, I'd really probably like to win the Topless 100. That'd be definitely a dream race, and I mean, they only have one Topless 100 every year, so I mean, it'd be definitely very awesome to win that. And obviously, you have your World
That's awesome.
100s and your dreams and
That's awesome.
stuff, and I mean, everybody'd love to win those, but Topless 100 is definitely one that I'd really like to win.
I like it. I like it, man. I do. I like it. That's awesome. So, race to go to. Is the Dome your favorite race to go to watch?
Fun fact about that, I've actually never been to the Dome. I've watched it every year that they've had it, and it's a awesome race. I'd love to go sometime, but I've actually never been to the Dome.
Okay, I did not know that. I figured, man, I thought everybody had been to that place. I've only got to go like twice, but I like it. I think my favorite race is the Dream. I like the Dream.
Yeah, we actually have some plans to go watch the Dream this year. The only thing about it is I really wanted to race the Dream, which it's, I think, 3 days before my birthday is the only reason that I can't go up there and actually race it. So, but someday I would really like to go race the Dream.
Well, get up there and race on your birthday, man. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I'd really like to do that. That would be an awesome race to run, and I feel like Eldora is kind of one of those crown jewel, once in a lifetime places that, you only get to go to, like, maybe people only get to go once, it's a very awesome place and definitely a well-known
It
destination
is.
for, like, late models, modifieds, and just dirt racing.
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, I can't go to the World 100 because, we've still got one in school, and he plays football, and that's World 100's right there at the start of football season, so I can't make it. But the Dream, I like the time of year it is. It's in the summer, and man, we had a blast up there last
Yeah.
year. I do. I love that place. I really do. Well, Hunter, man, I really appreciate you coming on here. And finally getting to get you on the podcast. That's super cool. And do you have any? I know you already shouted out your sponsors, but you want to shout them out again and do any other shout outs before we go?
Yeah, I sure would. I can show you the car for a minute if you'd like, if that's all right with you.
Yeah, let's do it, man. Let's see that thing, man. I love that thing.
Yeah. I'd like to thank TLI, and then we got Centerpoint Graphics, Aerovision Drone Services, NX4 Equine, Scott Hall Racing, Bad Boy Mowers. Then we got River City Dirt Works and Woodco Incorporated. And, I'd really like to just thank all the people that's kind of helped me throughout the years and stuff. My dad and Brett Mize, he's like a second dad to me. He's helped out with a whole bunch of this stuff. And they're kind of the ones that's really kept this thing going a lot for me. I mean, I wouldn't be able to do it without them. So I really got to thank everybody that's helped me with this.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, thanks for showing me that car. I like that car.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. We try our best on it.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks good. Well, I really appreciate you coming on. I do, and cannot wait to see you in action this year. And hopefully, before too awful long, probably be the Bad Boy 98 is probably when I'll see you. I know you probably won't be racing in that, like you said, but still, yeah. Hopefully, I can see you then, man. Get to see you out on the track too sometime this season.
Dude, yeah, I'm really excited about this year. I think it's going to be a good year, definitely.
Heck yeah. All right. Well, Hunter, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. See you later.
Yes, sir.